into the tank looking for $250,000 for 5% of their college moving business.
Oh, guys.
Sidebar, every single business in episode 4 did a $5 million valuation. Don't know why, just a random sidebar. So how it works, you pay these guys, they give you boxes, tape, bubble wrap, labels, all of that the week before finals. You pack up all your stuff and you leave it in the dorm. They have a partnership with the college to come in after all the kids are off campus, get the boxes, store them, and they can even put them in your new dorm for the next semester. They said it costs $559 for the whole service, and they have about 23 colleges partnered so far. Year to date, they have $1.826 million in sales. Yes, it's a very specific number, but that's what they said. And they say they haven't taken money from anyone, so that's pretty good. Not $5 million, but...
I think you need to give your valuation an evaluation.
So Lori goes out because of the valuation, but Kevin's in. He says, I'll give you $250,000 for 20%. Damon hears that and says, me too, same offer. Then Robert comes in and says, you know what I really think y'all need? More cash. So he offers them $500,000 for 20%. He thinks they need an influx of cash to really just expand and grow this business. So this pretty much knocks Kevin and Damon out, but wait, Mark's still in. So Mark ends up coming in for $250,000 for 12% of their business. It's a slightly lower valuation than Robert gave them, but he thinks he's worth it because of his partnerships with different colleges. So at this point, they pretty much leave Robert in the dust and counter Mark $350,000 for 8%. Mark is not into it. He says $250 for 10%. They counter $300 for 10%. Mark says no again. Robert's still trying, being like, you need more money, you need more money. But they're done with Robert, and they end up making a deal with Mark for $250,000 for 10%, and they say in their end caption thing that they always wanted Mark anyway. So, final thoughts, I don't have a fun product image because their product is boxes, but anyway, I get the merit, I get the value. I think schools where the students are more affluent, especially, would be really into this. I can't really see paying $559 to move, especially out of my freshman dorm. I didn't have a whole lot in there anyway, and I only lived on campus 2 years, so this really would have only been applicable to my freshman to sophomore year, and I didn't have a lot to move then. Now, if they wanted to move my house out my senior year of college, that could be discussed, but... Also, apparently Mark is super into eliminating college debt. I didn't really look into that yet, so don't hold me on that, but that was part of why they wanted to partner with Mark, because they also believe in eliminating college debt. So, good for them. I hope they do well. I'm sure there are a lot of people who want to use this. It just wouldn't have helped me very much. Let me know what y'all think and see you in the next episode.
Melanie, this is really nice. I love this one.
Melanie walks into the tank looking for $250,000 for 5% of her non-alcoholic aperitif business. Here's the product. She has these little spritzer cans, as you can see, and then she has the big spirit bottle. The cans cost her $125 each to make and are on her website for $12 for $60. The bottles cost her $6 to make and retail for $38 on the website. And then it starts to get frustrating. Last year, they went super viral on Instagram and ended up making $2.5 million, but made nothing on it and actually lost $1 million. And even though she lost $1 million, she's still raising money for her business outside of the Shark Tank deal. Right now, as she's on the show, she was raising $6.5 million at a $41 million valuation. After she raises that money, she'll only have 57% of the business left, aka why she's only offering the Sharks 5% of her business. So Mark, Damon, and Lori all go out for different reasons, but lo and behold, Mark loves it and offers her exactly what she came in looking for.
Wait. You may get an offer from somebody who's actually in this business.
You're in the wine business?
Yes, I sure am.
Because, there's no alcohol.
Well,
Then Robert and Kevin battle it. I'm completely on Robert's side, because if you're down to just Robert, who's giving you exactly what you want, and then Kevin, on the other hand, who you don't know what he's going to offer, and is known for awful offers, just take Robert's. She decides she wants to hear from Kevin, though, and Robert goes out.
I'm giving you exactly what you asked for.
He's right, Melody. He's right.
I mean, at a certain point, you got to decide as an entrepreneur, why did you come here? Because I think if someone comes in here and I give them exactly what they're looking for, and then they want to hear more, I'm not sure where that conversation's going. So, all due respect, I wish you all the best. Good luck.
Thank you.
Then Kevin comes in with his terrible offer of $250,000 for 10%, which he knows she can't take because it would put her under 50% ownership of her business. So she doesn't get a deal and she goes out. You'd think she'd be remorseful, but instead she says this arrogant thing.
I don't know if Robert will regret backing out of that offer, but, I hope he lets other people speak in the future.
Final thoughts. This is definitely something I would try if I just saw this and hadn't watched this episode of Shark Tank. But now knowing how she acts as a business owner and how much money she's lost, I just don't feel like I want to buy into this business. But good luck to her, and let me know what y'all think in the comments.
I think she made a mistake, Robert. She should have taken the offer.
I think she made a big mistake.
Rule number 1 in sales. When you get the order,
Robert, what does ABC stand for?
always be closing.
Thank
And
you.
rule number 2 in business, never trust cash.
Sophie walked into the tank looking for $500,000 for 10% of her business in hand-woven baskets made by artists in Senegal, aka her home country. They're made from grasses, and the different colorful spots you see are recycled plastics that are woven in. 95% of their sales are online, and last year they made $1.6 million with a gross profit of over $1 million. Unfortunately, what she netted from that gross profit was $75,000, but she does have a good reason for it. So Sophie's not just going to Senegal, finding random women and being like, weave for me and I'll pay you by the basket. No, she's built up an entire business. She made the place and maintains it for all 120 of her weavers to weave in. She made sure the farmers had cars to get grasses to them, and instead of paying them by piece, she pays them a flat rate, which I'm going to let her explain a little bit more.
Not all of them are going to be as productive as the others. Why don't you just pay by the piece?
What we're going to do is take the master weavers and make sure that they have someone underneath them who can learn from them.
What's the competition doing?
Wait, hold on. The problem is that's the way it's always been done, and it has done nothing for my community. Those baby weavers are going to end up being master weavers. They have to learn from a master, just like I did, so that people have a living wage. So we're doing things in a way that is different.
So yeah, I personally think Sophie's a badass. I can't lie though, unfortunately the numbers aren't great. Mark ends up kind of breaking it down, and at the end of it, she only makes about $5 a basket. So unfortunately after that, all the sharks end up going out. They all just think it's too much. The valuation is too much, the amount of money, they're worried they're not going to be able to get a return on their investment, and they're worried that she hasn't really completely figured out the business. So she ends up leaving without a deal. So I was really upset she didn't make a deal. I understand their issue with the valuation and the numbers, but none of them even countered her, and I really think if she had the right person helping her, she would structure the business and they would make more than $5 off of a basket and things would be great. But it just doesn't always turn out that way. And putting the numbers aside, I just think what she's doing is so great. So many people don't take the time to really build up something like this. If you've seen my Sarah Oliver video, you know that. They'll just exploit artists, and I think it's great that she wants to make sure they're paid a living wage, that she takes these baby weavers and trains them and grows them up, making a legacy of people to keep doing this beautiful work. So if you want a basket, go check out her website. I hope people continue to support her so she can keep doing her great mission. And go Sophie!
Winston is a dual patent guy with sneakers on. That's basically it.
Winston walked into the tank looking for $500,000 for 10% of his subscription-based smart air filter business. I'd be willing to bet a large amount of money that none of the sharks have changed their own air filter in literal decades, if at all. So what's a smart air filter? Great question. Pretty much the frame of the air filter has sensors in it that let you know when it's time to change the filter part. You snap open the frame and you put in one of his new filters. They also mail you new filters when you need them. And that's the business. So we have a $5 million valuation. What do you think the sales are going to be?
Please tell me you have sales.
So we are pre-revenue.
Oh!
Yeah, this man walked into the Shark Tank asking for $5 million valuation on a pre-revenue product. It's like he's never seen the show before. What? He thinks he can make up for his lack of sales because he has a partnership with Emerson, which is a huge Fortune 200 HVAC company. If you don't know what HVAC stands for, that's pretty much your heating and cooling system for your house. He also talks about that with his technology, he can turn your HVAC system into a home air purifying system. I don't want to explain how. If somebody really cares, make a comment and I'll drop the video of him explaining it, because whatever. The frame that you buy one time is $99, and then each filter is $20. $20 for a filter! Kevin wonders how the big filter companies aren't going to crush him, and he says that he's gone to them and they want to license his technology, so that's just his word saying that though, so. Kevin takes his word, though, and decides to make him a deal for $500,000 for 12.5% with a royalty for 50 cents.
When does the royalty end?
Never.
Oh.
Well, maybe when you and I are both dead.
Robert comes in after this and says exactly what I was thinking this whole time. People who don't change their air filters aren't going to start changing them because of this, and then other people who do aren't going to pay this for an air filter.
Wish you all the best. Whoosh away. I'm out.
Damon, Mark, and Lori also go out, and as usual, all roads, where do they lead? Mr. Wonderful.
I swear to you, if you don't take this deal, I won't even remember what Woosh is.
Kevin uses all the sharks going out as leverage to up his deal to $500,000 for 15% with that 50-cent perpetuity royalty still attached.
There is Kevin with another blood-sucking offer.
This man tried so hard to get rid of the royalty.
Is there...
No.
After a bunch of back and forth, though, they finally made a deal for $500,000 for 10% along with that 50-cent royalty in perpetuity. I already pretty much gave my final thoughts in the middle, but the last thing I'll say is I can buy 5 of my normal air filters for about $38, so I just cannot imagine the price of this, but good luck to Winston.
Congrats, Winston. Good luck.
You guys just did a dream come true.
Good luck.